One of the funniest comments that I saw during my live stream after the finale was, yo, what was up with that Tubi montage at the end of the episode after Jordan walked away from Andi at the altar claiming that he'd fight for her? And we got several different scenes here. See, I'm always a fan when we do montages and flashbacks to like main events leading up to the current event of a particular episode. And we got scenes from season 2. I think we got 3 scenes from season 2. When Gary proposed to Andi after claiming, oh, me and Jasmine are divorced and I'm going to therapy and this, that, and the third. And then when Andi was trying to take the ring off and it turned out to be a ring that got tighter the longer a person wore it. And then also the scene where Gary was drunk and he hugged Andi but ended up squeezing her to the point where she had bruised her ribs. And then we go to see, and correct me if I'm wrong, but season 4, is that the season when Andi got the penthouse? I think that was season 4. But yeah, we get the scene where she first goes into the penthouse, or actually when she goes to her old apartment and it's empty, and then she goes to the penthouse and all of her stuff is there. She's taken aback by, the mural of her and the clothes and everything. And then we get a couple of scenes of her and Jordan in season 7, along with the recent scene where Gary grabs her in the parking garage with the ultimatum. I mean, okay, they used that, flashback like 3 different times already. So that was a bit played out. So on the one hand, I praise it for, okay, great. This is awesome. We're like highlighting key events over the course of the series and the Gary and Andi dynamic, even though there are a number of other scenes I feel like would have been appropriate as well. But this goes back to my main issue with season 7, and especially the storyline of Andi putting her life on the line, ruining her own life to prevent Jordan having his life ruined by Gary. I don't buy their relationship. It just doesn't seem like, the main issue is the lack of chemistry. Jordan and Andi don't give off romantic partners. They've had little moments, but I don't feel like their relationship. See, we know in terms of the show, the 3-month time skip plus however many weeks or months passed during season 7, I'm going to be nice and say these two have been together for around 4.5 months at the latest. If their relationship was something we saw over the course of the past 2-3 seasons, then I could buy Andi willing to sacrifice herself for him. To me, it just doesn't work. It's not convincing. It really isn't. So the montage, while it made me feel something, it wasn't me feeling bad for Jordan and Andi. It was just another reminder of, damn, Gary was full of shit. But at the same time, you were still happy about the penthouse. That was the one part of the montage I felt confused by. I'm like, the penthouse, like, what was that? Like a feeling of amazement and shock and surprise? Or you just like, well, Gary did put me through a lot, but he did give me this kick-ass penthouse. So there's that. But I just wanted to say, while I appreciated the montage, I don't think it quite had the impact or the effect it was intended to. Hey, it was a creative choice, so I will give it props for that. Also, the passage of time, Jordan walked away and left Andi standing there by herself. So the question is, how much time passed between Jordan walking off, the montage taking place, and then us going back to the altar where I guess Hudson is ordained and was going to perform the nuptials, and then Andi was just standing there. Some people are speculating, did she like step away? Did she kind of black out and take on Gary herself with the knife? Honestly, that doesn't work because Hudson said, I'm going to get Gary, so I don't know. Well, yeah, what did you think of the montage? Were there any other scenes and whatnot you think would have fit? I think the montage probably would have worked if it was a little bit longer, just because there's so much. I mean, look, I know I'm biased, but you could have put some Jasmine stuff in there because it would have truly highlighted that Gary comes with a lot of baggage. Like, how about when Gary got arrested by the feds and Jasmine tried to kill the both of them? Or, the other men that Andi looked over to be with Gary. It's just like, well, then again, I feel like there isn't enough time in a day to compile all of the arguably appropriate scenes for a Gary and Andi montage. And it just goes to show how little impact Jordan has in her life, because I do believe we only got 2 little scenes of the two where they do that thing where they like kiss their pinkies and lock them, and that was it. That was it. So you're telling me a few moments during this season is supposed to impact fans more than the hell that her and Gary had together for the past 7 seasons. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.